Loretta just stands out so much because, first of all, her just determination and her positive outlook on things. When I first met Loretta, it was very hard for her to even just sit at the edge of the mat table or the bed without someone constantly holding on to her. And it was awesome to just see the progress that she made over the weeks and the couple months that she was at the care center, because we would have days where, you know, that first day when we were standing up and we walked in the parallel bars forward and backwards, and then we walked with a walker. And I remember her reaction when we walked in the parallel bars for the first time, and she was almost in tears, and it was just so awesome because, you know, that's why us as therapists, we go to work. And then to be able to work on car transfers with her, and for the first time that she was able to leave the care center and go with her husband on a trip just to go get a drink, as simple as that, to go get a pop. That was really cool to see that. And then to transition to using a walker all the time, using a four-wheeled walker, and now seeing where she's at today, it's been awesome to just see that progress that she's made. And I think a lot of it is just that determination, that hard work, and the positive outlook that she's carried throughout this whole experience.
Do you have any goals, like big goals, things that you're like, okay, the next step is this?
Okay, next step is walking without my walker. Gotta have a sense of humor. You know, you gotta laugh at yourself and just keep a smile on your face. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be bad one day or two, but don't let that get you down. You gotta perk up again, because if you keep putting yourself down, you'll never accomplish it. But just have a good attitude in life and be happy you're alive. I woke up on the 28th of August, and I went to the restroom, and then I sat down back in the family room, and I started having shoulder pain, and I told my husband I'm gonna get in shoulder pain. I think it's my arthritis kicking in. I said I'm gonna go get in the shower. And a few minutes later, he come in, check on me, and I couldn't even wash my hair. I couldn't get my arms up, nothing. Walked out to the car, got in on my own, and by the time I reached the hospital, I had no mobility. He had to actually pick me up and put me in the wheelchair, take me inside. And then next thing you know, I'm in ER and they're running tests on me, and wasn't long, I was up in Provo Hospital and trying to figure out what kind of stroke I had. And they says, well, you know, we'll just send her to a rehab center right there in Provo. And the more I thought about it, I thought, well, shoot, they've got a rehab center down in Delta. I want to go home. So I thought, I want to be home for him, so he didn't have to travel going back and forth to Provo or anything else, and he could be there to help me through this journey. And right after I had that and gotten up to Provo too, I had a meltdown, and I just couldn't believe it because I couldn't move. I couldn't move. I could not move. And my kids found, you know, Brent had called all the kids and they were up there, and to see the hurt. In their eyes and the pain, that bothered me about the most. And I didn't know if I was going to make it or not. But then my husband Brent and I talked after that, after everybody had gone, and we decided we're both in this together and we're going to make it through. So,
What are you most proud of?
my husband being there for me. He was my sports. I don't think I could have accomplished what I did, but we both was determined. I mostly wanted to get back to my normal life as much as I could. If I walked out of that facility with a cane or with a walker, so be it. You know, if I was to have that the rest of my life, that'd have been fine, but I wanted to get moving. I'm not the type of person to sit around and, you know, I bake, I play with the grandkids, we camp, we do all sorts of things, you know, and to be put to a stop, I didn't think I could do that. I wanted to keep on going.
What are you most proud of?
What am I most proud of?
Like, what do you think has been the greatest accomplishment since this?
Her putting up with me for 40 years.
I think that's a pretty awesome accomplishment
Yeah.
for both of you.
Yeah.
What was the hardest part of all of it? I mean, was it the emotion? Was it the physical
Well,
part?
it's the emotions with the kids, you know, seeing the hurt in their face and the grandkids, and then the frustration trying to do things and I couldn't move, you know, and finally he was feeding me lunch one time and I says, let me try. And I picked up the fork and I did the best I could, and now I use my left hand quite a bit, but I'm training my right side to do a little bit more work.
Great.
So,
What would be your best advice for any, I mean, it could be another stroke patient or just somebody who is going through something really hard like this. What's your best advice for them?
I would think if they had a good support system and the determination in their life, they could accomplish anything. As long as you work hard. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of pain, but you know, in the long run, I'm here, I'm sitting up, I walk, I can do things, you know, and I will make it.